Another murder that happened in Maine. An innocent Colombian immigrant has been identified named Joan Sebastian Guerrero, an immigrant Colombia that he came here legally, whether he is undocumented or documented. Another domestic pigs execute an innocent man. Now we're seeing another immigrant is being executed for no reason just because ICE are committing racial profiling and racially murder. You see, this is what happens when we say domestic ICE terrorists are committing huge murder to any innocent immigrants and Americans. Renee Good, Alex Petty, Lorenzo Salgado Raujo, and now Joan Sebastian Guerrero. See, this is what happens we're in. This is why we're in the white country of America. All because of you people, because you voted for this and you didn't care about immigrants or Americans. We're getting killed by pigs in the country. My cousin was dead because he was falsely accused and defending himself because he didn't want to go to custody because he didn't do it. He never raped his ex-girlfriend, and he had to resist because he didn't do it. Because he resists illegal law enforcement because he had the right to not to cooperate because he didn't do it. Only he can cooperate if he is a witness. These ICE domestic terrorists are going too far, putting them into qualified immunity to get away from prosecution, and ignore my phone. So like I said, putting them into immunity to get away from prosecution after they have committed huge crimes they did. Jonathan Ross is not charged for murdering Renee Nicole Good after he had the whole cell phone footage of his phone. He didn't have a body cam. ICE is not wearing any body cam because they need body cam. And it's all because of you people, because you voted this way. Like, what you voted this way? Money, 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 money. Because you care about money. Because you wanted the economy to go great, but this is not about the economy. This is about white supremacy and illegal demons that we have. Because you voted for an illegal demon, a leader of a legal demon from the KKK back at the White House to show how much cruelty we see of the United States of America, of the Republic. This is a man who doesn't care about Americans and immigrants. He only cares about white. Everything white. Getting rid of the slavery history from museums that he's taking away because he cares about Confederacy. Racism, excessive force cases is getting up high right now. And thanks to you, because you couldn't vote for my auntie, who is a black woman. A black woman who was a vice president of the United States after she worked with my dad. After my dad stood up to you to do the right thing. So, you disapprove my dad, but then you disapprove my auntie, former Vice President Kamala Harris. So, America, this is how we have a choice this year on this midterm. We got two choices. Support the civil rights or support white supremacy. You got two options, America. Civil rights or white supremacy. And now we see Trump wants to run again in 2028 if he won the midterm. And I don't matter about the 22nd Amendment. Don't matter if we can beat him or not. So, people, we must do this the easy way or we must do the hard way. We see in America. This is how domestic terrorists we have in U.S. history. Because we all saw what happened right now to Johann Sebastian Guerrero. We can rather abolish ICE or have ICE reform. Because the only way we have is abolish ICE because people has the power of abolish ICE. And ICE reform is Congress has the power to get the bill passed of ICE reform. So, I definitely could say defund ICE. Abolish ICE because they are domestic terrorists. They've committed excessive force. And they're getting away from prosecution to be charged, indicted for a felony they committed. So how long are we going to see that those pigs, ICE pigs, are going to be getting away from murder for the crimes they committed? Jonathan Ross should be indicted right now because what he did to Renee Good. He did put a bullet into Renee's head and got her brain dead while she was driving away because she didn't want to get arrested. That is capital murder, what Jonathan Ross did. And Alex Petty got his brain dead because those pigs murdered after he helped a woman. And calling them domestic terrorists just because they're innocent while they're peaceful after Renee wasn't involved and Alex Petty was involved in protest. And then Lorenzo Salgado Raujo, who's driving away peacefully as he is attempting to go to work every day, as he always does. Including to Johann Sebastian Guerrero. So, Congress better do the right thing. If they don't, America is going to get worse. Evil succeeds when people do nothing, including Congress as Republicans. Because this is negligence. We are saying right now what the Republicans are doing. You see, this is how when John McCain opposed racism after those people he disagreed about calling my uncle an Arab terrorist just because he has a Muslim culture. So I did look up Google, why does he have? Because he has a brotherhood. He has a brother. He might have been dressed up as Muslim, so I don't care. So he is black, and he is the first black person to be president of the United States. And I don't care if he's black. And I don't matter. Because my uncle, Barack Obama, was a great, decent man that he served as president. And what did Obama do? He became a hero of America for stopping Osama bin Laden. After Osama bin Laden was a terrorist organization for what he did at 9/11. So, now we're seeing ICE and our dictator, the first time ever dictator who is committing domestic terrorists of the United States against all people of immigrants and Americans. So, we must do the right thing, America. As again, civil rights or white supremacy of the Confederacy. It's up to you. And white supremacy and of the excessive force and defund ICE. Defund ICE now. Fire those pigs before another people is going to get killed out there for no reason just because they're peaceful while they're driving their cars and helping someone up. Get them out now, indict them, and take their badges away. They are all illegal demons they have committed. Just like Derek Chauvin is an illegal demon who murdered an innocent black man, George Floyd. So, people, it's up to the voting right now. Get our justice system reformed now. Because if we don't, our responsibility will be complicitated if we stay silent. Defund ICE now.